Hello, everyone. Live from a McDonald's bathroom behind the Goku Geekon because the doors aren't open yet. It's the Sunday morning sumo show. As always, that's not right. I'm your host for tonight, Goose. With me, as always, JJ. How you doing, brother?
Oh, I'm doing great, man.
And it
Absolutely fantastic.
and it is the Kushu Bar Show. I probably said that wrong. 2024. There's been some shakeups. Somehow Mawashi Guru is just here again. was was waiting the whole time out front with a knife just in case we slip up. Welcome back, everyone.
It's like one of those videos of somebody going to the ATM and then walking away and getting into a building as somebody shows up right behind them to mug them.
It's actually a pretty interesting banzuke.
It is.
Some people stumbled that we were hoping would win. Some people, I'll say, like Ono Sato, are like, hang on. There's a lot to talk about. As always, we go from bottom to top. Starting off with Asakoryu. JJ, who's that?
He is a new small wrestler in the same vein of Ishiura. He's very tiny but very built, very straightforward style of sumo. Made it up here from Jurio 8 with an 11 and 4 record, which is, I mean, doesn't usually happen.
Worth noting.
Yeah. So, I mean, I hate to say it, but Asakoryu has had a lot of trouble in Jurio the last couple, like, year and a half. He's been struggling to slowly climb up the ranks. Never quite been able to do it yet, so I'm excited to see how he does in the top division, but I'm not super, you know, thrilled of his prospects.
Well, I'm excited to see any Jurio guy come up because it's new stuff for me to talk about. Almost any
Mm-hmm.
Jurio guy. We'll get to that soon enough. Busho Zan at M17. Uh, I hope he does well.
I do too. I like Bushosan.
I want to keep him around. He's our new Takakesho, basically. I think is a fair assessment. M17 West, by the way, the first time that has opened up in a while because
Mm-hmm.
Takakesho didn't fall down the banzuke and then retire. He just vanished, and that altered the 42 that we have to deal with. So pretty
Um,
interesting to see an actually even banzuke up here for the first time in a while.
it is. It's also interesting that Bushosan managed to barely survive with the 4 wins, 11 record, loss record that he had last tournament. I definitely didn't think that he'd be up in top division again this time,
Nerds
but
in shambles, vibes-based banzuke picking wins again. It has been utterly entertaining to tune into Spiffy or Grand Sumo and just see them be angry at numbers. Where I open
yep.
up the banzuke and go, "Yay, wrestling!"
Woo!
Yeah, I feel the same about Takakesho, but all sunset, and my god, did he shine bright while he did.
Hmm.
At M16, it's Shishi, which is that name means lion. Shishi is from Ukraine. And those are all the positive things I have to say about Shishi. JJ.
Sure, I got something for you. He's big. He's very big. Deceptively big too.
Big amongst sumo.
Yeah, yeah. He just doesn't have the technique though. So, like Asakoryu, I think he's gonna have a real tough time. This tournament up in top division. I'm glad to see him up here. But I don't think it's gonna be for too long.
312. I'm
Ooh,
calling it now 312.
ooh.
I don't think he stands a chance. I have a bit prepared that I realize you can't hear. So you're just going to have to rock with me for a bit.
All right.
And at M16, who's that?
Well, that would be Takeru Fuji making his way back up, baby.
hear it.
Ah.
Yes! Yes! He returns back from the dead! He lives again. It's WrestleMania, and he's back. The Undertaker, the Dead Man. So far, the only wrestler with 100% Yusho rate in top division.
Damn.
But now it's M16. I could not be more excited for this banzuke.
Oh, bro.
Ono Sato,
It's gonna be a banger.
fresh on his Ono Sato run. What? Ozeki run. Feeling pretty good after a 13-2. An actual Yusho.
Yeah.
Which
According
I'm
to
in the
Kiseno
middle of an
Sato.
argument over on Kimboshi Sumo's when I left the comment 12-3 is not a Yusho, and some eloquent debate master retorted to me, yes it is.
Mm.
Alright, we'll see where that one goes.
Oh.
But Takara Fuji didn't just beat Ono Sato, clowned him. It was fast and easy. He derailed the hype train and went off on a 13-2 Yusho like we've never seen before. It's like, oh, who's this kid? Oh, he wasn't even a university legend. He debuted in 6th division. But he's Isegahama. He's also now Isegahama Miyagano.
Yeah.
For the last,
Yeah.
6 months, he's been doing a practice match, looking over his shoulder, and seeing 2 Yokozuna with advice for him. Potentially 3 if Asashi Fuji is around.
Mm-hmm.
He has training partners like Atami Fuji and Midori Fuji. Guys who just live in top division.
Bro, I mean, more than that, he's got Teruno Fuji as a training partner, and that may not mean something as much now with the way that Teruno Fuji's performing, but that is still like active training Teruno Fuji when that's going on. That's big.
Wildly exciting. I honestly anticipate another 13-2 because I feel like people have forgotten what his strengths were. He's stepped down long enough. And his main element was surprise.
Yes.
I spoke to Gagamaru about it, that Gagamaru, and he said he's not impressed by him, and with such one-dimensional Oshi, he expects him to get Komusubi at best. Absolutely derailed my hype train for him, but the absolute strength and speed at which this guy can travel at, and did I say strength? Because goddamn those pecs. He's going to have fun at M16, because this dude is a Komusubi, at least in my eyes.
Yes.
I could spend I could spend this entire episode on Takara Fuji. I mean, excited. I'm just so excited.
Bro, I don't blame you though. I mean, we've got, especially now with who else do we have up? We've got Wakataka Kage back up in the top division. That's huge. So seeing Takeru Fuji, Wakataka Kage, Wakamoto Haru, Hoshoryu, Onosato, Kodo Sakura, Daisho, Kirishima all together, and that's exciting as hell.
Oh, there's a lot to look forward to, but we got an episode to do, so Onokatsu Chicken.
Yep.
This is one of your guys, isn't it?
Yeah, debutante last Basho into top division. He started out quite poorly, but he quickly got a handle, and he ended the tournament with a 7-8 record, which, I mean, as far as debutantes go, there's been a lot worse performances recently.
Stuck the landing. He's still around.
Stuck the landing. Maybe not in the way that he wanted to stick the landing. That'd be the positive record.
Fair enough.
But he's still there, which I'm excited for.
Happy to actually learn about who he is. I don't really remember too many of his matches. Toki Hiyate, another one I'm going to need you to bail me out on.
Uh, just another Jurio guy made it up to top division for the first time not too long ago. Younger guy, a lot of room to grow, a lot of potential. But honestly, not one that I've really been paying attention to.
Fair enough. M15, two former Jurio guys trying to stay alive in top division. Should make some interesting fights. Should make some
Mhm.
interesting 7-7s, I believe. I don't think these guys are going to do too well or too bad. But always happy to see fresh-ish faces in top division. M14, it's Chio Shoma, who I'm always just happy
Mhm.
to have around. This guy isn't
Me too.
able to win anything, but my god, is he just kind of fun to watch from time to time. He will hank
Agreed.
at you.
Agreed. He will,
He will
unless he
go
won't.
sideways. Unless he doesn't, he will. That's well put. I always do the possible. Shioshima is not exactly a storied wrestler. He doesn't really have his high highs to talk about, but he's just one of these salarymen who's just here to win matches and get paid, and
Mhm.
that's, hey man, it's a hell of a career to have.
Yeah, and he did well last tournament too. What did he get last time? I think it was a 10 record. Yeah, 10-5. The tournament before that, he went 5-5-5. The tournament before that, 12-3 at Jurio 3. So, I mean, certainly not a Jurio wrestler when he's healthy.
Oh, faux show. Nishiki Fuji, on the other hand, we thought it was over for this guy for a little bit,
Yeah.
but he seems to just
Yeah.
kind of be comfortable down here around M15.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Look, it's
One of
another
those.
Isagahama body, so
Yes.
there's a wealth of talent in those legs. I'm sure he'll be able to stand proud with the rest of them, but sitting next to Ryuden and Shonanumi and a bunch of Jurio dorks, I don't think he's going to have a good Basha.
I don't know. He's surrounded with because he's surrounded by a bunch of Jurio guys. I'm not as worried about him as I might have been the tournament, like last tournament. Um, when he was down in Jurio last, he went 10-5. I'm not, too worried about his prospects up against the newcomers to the division. But I'm also not like expecting double-digit wins from him or
No.
anything.
No, sir. Speaking of people I'm not expecting double digit wins from, Shonanumi at
Mm.
M13. Welcome to your new home, you clown. You deserve to be here.
Yep.
Maybe now
Yep.
that Takakesho has retired, the evil can be purged from your soul, but
It's gonna take some time.
I don't want it to. I don't to. I want to watch him suffer a little. I want you to have one good Jurio run, all right? Then you're allowed back.
I actually wrote down what was it last time? Where was it? I think you said that you'd like Shonanumi if he did. Oh no, Gonoyama. Never mind.
All right. Oh yeah, Gonoyama needs to earn respect.
Yeah, he's got to do the crazy
The
coast to coast. We decided that.
no, you can't do that. I don't care. You can't
No,
do
he's got
that.
to earn it back.
You get kicked in the head like a man, okay? Ryuden at M13, on the other hand, set to go 11 wins.
Oh yeah, easy, easy. I saw him. I saw nobody picked him down at this rank for Domination League. I was like, oh, that's my guy.
We had maybe the strangest thing of all time in Domination League. First pick, first choice, first guy on the roster. I want Sadano Umi. People that talk about playing with their heart will pick a Ozeki
Yeah.
right out of the gate. It's like, oh, I pick my favorites. Like Abi when he's at M1.
Yeah.
No. M12 Sadano Umi first pick.
Mm.
The
Genius.
strangest thing I've ever seen in sumo draft.
Look, it's absolutely genius. What was the last time he scored an M at M11 7-8. M11 the last couple of times before that 8-7-9-6. So you know what?
That is a fantastic third pick. Okay?
Yeah.
Sadano Umi third pick after 30 people have been chosen. And I'm like, Hey, I didn't anticipate that. Well done.
Yeah, yeah. It's a wild first pick. It's a wild first draft.
Anyway, Sadanumi should be comfortable at M12. Not expecting anything amazing. Potential for a pop off as always. Not expecting anything amazing though. Hokuto Fuji at M12 though. I feel like he's got a 10 wins incoming from here.
It could be. I thought about it real hard. Especially last time he went 8-5-2 while missing 2 days, coming back and winning the last two to get his Kachikoshi. Hokuto Fuji definitely still has it in him to get good scores. Um, I'm just not, convinced in a like a fantasy league setting that he's a wrestler that I want to pick at this level.
He looking at the banzuke right now, he kind of looks like he's in the retirement home. Because look at the names around him:
Yeah.
Tamawashi, Ryuden, Sadano Umi. Those are some
Mm,
friends. Those are some
yeah.
people he's been fighting for 8 years. Like, that's a very condensed top division as I know it.
Mm. But also, I mean, you look at this year, Hokuto Fuji only placed one winning record, which was last tournament. And the year before that, he only posted two winning records, which was a 12-3. Admittedly fantastic. He got the Junyu show and then an 8-7. But everything since then has been 7-8s, 5-10, 6-9. So I don't know. He's I love him to death. I love Hokuto Fuji.
He's just one of them guys.
Yep.
It's like when you see Takara Fuji versus Ryuden, and it's like this is what top division looks like. This is I've seen this match
Mm-hmm.
50 times, and I will see it 50 more. It's just comfortable.
Yep. Agreed.
Looking for the best for Hokuto Fuji. His peak is definitely behind him, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have some fantastic sumo left in him.
Agreed.
Speaking of old folks, at M11 we have Tamawashi. As long as
Oh,
he's got all four limbs, I'm happy. You can put him
he's gonna be
anywhere
around
on the bus.
forever.
Jurio 12 and higher, I'm happy.
Mm.
He's got the
Mm-hmm.
record. We just want him alive.
I want him to last as long as possible. Really get that record settled in. Make it a difficult one for the next person to beat.
There's a few other records he can beat too.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think he's got a number of top division current matches because some
No,
of
he
his
dipped
matches
down
have
to
been in.
Jurio like nine
Yeah,
years ago, and because of that, his top division record is which is insane.
that's
Which is
crazy.
what
Dropped down to Jirio once 9 years ago. What the fuck?
you dork. What an insane sport. Macy at
Hmm.
M11.
Look, I think this could be a good opportunity for Mesa to really surprise some people. It might be a dark horse kind of situation here.
Macy is a very confusing wrestler because he went to the monkey's paw and said, I wish to be able to beat the best. And it went, you will only be able to beat the best. Macy has Kinboshis to his name and
Hmm.
loses to Ryuden. It is. Macy is capable of losing to anyone, and it makes no sense. And he's capable of beating anyone, but never when
Yeah.
he wants to.
But
It's
I mean, look, all you got to do though is like look at his winning record, at his career records, and see that this is a good place for him to be at. I mean, this is the first time that he's been a double-digit Maegashira wrestler since 2022.
good point. How did he do back then?
9-6 at M10 West.
Should be a comfortable basho for Macy.
I kind of agree.
Unfortunately, he's not going to be versing any Ozeki, so he won't be getting free wins like he normally does. But
Yeah, he's got to fight for him.
M10 is looking the most sensible I think I've seen it in a long time. It's Ichi Yamamoto and Takara Fuji. These
Yeah, yeah.
guys just scream M10.
Which is awesome because up until like Earlier this year, I guess, Ichi Yamamoto was an M14 guy, M15 guy, so I'm excited to see the growth.
It's not his career high rank though. He's been up a little higher and fell down recently, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah, his highest was 8, I believe, which he got after getting a Junyu show 12 and 3, down near like M15, M16
Right.
area. That propelled him up to his highest rank, and then last tournament he was one slot below his highest rank. So, I mean,
Got it.
he's been,
Really,
putting the
not much
work
I
in.
can say here. I think it's all you. You're the Ichi Yamamoto hour, so take us home.
Well, no, I mean that's about it. I'm not expecting super great things from him, but the last time he's been around this rank, it's been 7-8 or 8-7. So I'm expecting something at least that.
Fantastic. Takara Fuji, on the other hand, most bricklayer face looking guy I've ever seen in my life. Just here to do work. And
Hmm.
boy, howdy, will he do work. Will it be anything amazing? No. Will it be tragic? No. Um, and I couldn't be happier. I love watching him wrestle, man. He's good.
He's great. He's great. I'm really glad to see that he's not, relegated to the second division for a long period of time. I was real sad when he was down there.
Mm. With an M10 near an M12 as well, we're gonna get the classic Hokuto Fuji Takara Fuji rematch. All offense
Mm,
versus all defense. I could not be happier.
one of the best matchups in sumo.
Speaking of best matchups in sumo, actually at M9 we have Midori Fuji Takayasu. The ittiest bittiest versus the widest possible guy we could find. M9 Midori Fuji. I expected him to be a little higher up the rankings by now. Hasn't
Yeah,
really been doing
same.
too well.
No, ever since that first tournament where he decided to go very straightforward sumo, he's kind of been having a little bit of difficulty. I don't know if that's because of injury or if it's because of something that he's trying out, but certainly not looking like the Midori Fuji of a year and a half ago.
He's not doing the raw chest to chest stuff that we saw him doing. He has mixed
Yep.
back his old style again,
Yep.
but he's definitely not like knocking on the door of Sanyaku anymore.
No. Which
Ha-
is a shame because I think of Midori Fuji and I think M5, right?
yeah.
So
So that was a good one. M3. Let's see what happens next time. Oh, back to M6.
hmm yep.
Takayasu, on the other hand, if he
Oh, I
could
love
just stop getting injured, he would be an Ozeki again.
him. Yep.
He
That's absolutely it.
he puts up consistent double-digit numbers when he sees day 15. That's the problem. He doesn't always see day 15. He is such
Oh,
a
it hurts.
threat. He is such a booby trap on this banzuke, where it's like you're like,
Mm.
oh man, I'm M11, I'm having a good time. Day 3, Takayasu. Oh no.
Well, that's exactly it. And I mean, he's so strong that even injured this far down the Banzuke, he's a threat to everybody around him. Um, I definitely don't think it's a great idea to count him out, but I also don't necessarily think that you should count on him to pick up a crazy crazy tournament score at the end of this basho.
M8 though, looking pretty sensible. Roga with a career high, unexpectedly.
Hmm.
Not really aware of that. I thought he would have been doing better by now. Like, he did have 3 in a row at M15, and I guess he's been slowly climbing ever since. So I'm happy to see Roga doing better.
Yeah,
He,
I really dig the slow climb up the Banzukes. That's always fun.
yeah, eventually peeking into
Incremental
Komasumi,
progress.
maybe. Let's find out, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
I believe in Roga. I think he's good. Um, I think there's a lot of talent that needs to be refined, though, but I think he's very good nonetheless. It's just kind of
Hmm.
an issue of, like, the top division is so good right now.
It is.
And it's like, you can be amazing, but you're not the best of the best. So, M8, comfortable place. Happy for him. Gonayama does not belong in M8.
Where do you think he belongs?
He was competitive at M5, M4 around then. He was picking up big
Yep.
wins. Coming off a bad one, not happy for him. Expecting him to do better.
Yeah, well, it's looking like a couple of bad ones. He went 10-5 at M6, then 6-9, 5-10, 6-9. So something up in the joy was really troubling him. So now hopefully he'll be able to take it a little bit easier down at M8. Won't be dealing with the ever rotating Sanyaku. So I'm expecting a good solid win from him this time.
Live stream at a reasonable hour. Correct. Because I get to choose when the live streams are now, and I go for American prime time. It's 8 a.m. where I am. If I had just a bit more control over the sumo, I would be skyrocketing. Anyway, Goniyama Roga, this makes sense. Roga, hey, welcome to M8. Roga, Goniyama, you deserve better than M8, but you're not performing.
Yep.
M7, the other whitest guy we could find, Mitake Yume.
Mm,
Is he back? Is he not back?
I'd say he's back if you think back is mid Maikashira.
Does the main channel have no longer have a sniper dot? Oh, we got two. We play. Normally, I stream a movie backwards while doing this, but I'm not even risking that. I'm not even risking a 360 flipped, shrunk down, and on an angle in through the outdoor kind of movie, right?
Probably not. Probably for the best.
Which means we will be, I think, halfway through the bar show. We go back to the main channel.
I believe so, yeah.
Anyway, we got a show to do. Endo. It's Endo.
It's Endo.
He was at M16 a while ago, but now he's back.
Hmm.
Well done. Maybe just a. Sometimes you have a bad one. Sometimes you have a few bad ones in a row. Sometimes your coach comes out back with a broom and sets you right. I think that's what happened to Endo.
You know what? I think that makes a lot of sense.
Struggling, get back onto the fundamentals, get back up there. Actually, that's what I was explaining to a rock climbing friend of mine as well. It's like, yeah, I've hit a
Hmm.
real plateau with my climbing. I can't really get some of these things I want. It's like, oh, like, are you only ever like doing the high level stuff? Yeah. When's the last time you've practiced fundamentals? When's the last time you've
Ah,
practiced the basic stuff that got you to the high level, you know?
right.
That's a good point. So training's been altered, you know? You need to approach it. It's like you go to any martial arts gym ever, karate specifically. What's the first thing you do in the first like 5 minutes? Just practice that jab and that 1-2.
Mm,
Just practice the basic moves. You got to have them absolutely perfect before you start moving on to the bigger stuff. Possibly what
right.
happened to Endo. Just his training was off and he's corrected it and now he's back.
Could be. I mean, that makes sense to me. I'll be honest, I don't really pay too much attention to Endo's style day to day. Um, but I'd be interested to see if that is the case and if he's able to turn it around and stick up in this level of the banzuke.
Endo's a Yorikiri with a backup plan kind of guy.
Yeah.
M6, Takanosho and Nishikigi.
This makes sense. This feels
Does
like M6.
it does make sense. Nishikigi, is his Sanyaku days behind him? Yeah, probably. Um, but
Bro,
could
I
they
don't know.
come back?
He got an 8-7 and then went up to Komosubi from like M4. I think it could happen.
You right. I forgot how goofy that was.
Like I think if anybody's willing to get back up to Komosubi on an 8-7, it's Nishikigi again.
Absolute barge ass of a wrestler. Some of the most dangerous Yorikiris I've ever seen. We love Nishikigi around here. He always puts on a good show in the second half. Takanosho, on the other hand,
Knob
um,
dog.
the Knob Dog
Yeah.
absolutely popped off and then got stifled at the last minute. It
Hmm.
happens. Ono
Yep.
Sato's like that.
It do be that way. Hmm. But I mean, he's at the same rank that he was in 2 tournaments ago when he popped off randomly and went 12-3. I've heard that he has torn ACLs that he just never got surgery to fix, and he's been operating with torn ACLs the entire time
Do you
that
have the
he's been in top
slightest
division.
idea how little that narrows it down?
True, but still.
It'd be like that. Takanosha, usually the most like inoffensive, just kind of there guy. Like just
Yep.
never a threat to anything except for that goddamn 12-3 that just happened. I was like, what the? Where was this guy? So definitely back in the keep your eye on this guy list. We like Takanosha around here. Speaking of guys we like at M5, Toby Zaru. Take it away.
He's good.
He's good. That's it. We love him.
Nah, but he's I always root for this guy. Uh, I've said before that I think Toby's a kind of wrestler who I think. What are you doing?
You were going robot. I was
Relax.
trying to trick the viewers.
Oh, um, yeah, no, he's not consistent enough to make it up to the Sanyaku in any meaningful way. He'll visit up into Komusubi for a period of time and then he'll fall back down. I'm just looking forward to the next time where he does pop off and come back up to the Sanyaku.
Yeah, Toby Zaru will retire as being a 14-time Komusubi, as far as I'm aware.
Jesus. Yeah, I'm down with that.
Because occasionally he just pops off and he lives at M3, so it's like, hey, welcome back.
No, and that's the thing. That's the thing. All he needs, I've said it before, all he needs to do to get Sekiwake is to be at M3 and just have 2 good tournaments. It's possible.
Yeah. And there's 6 of them a year.
Mm-hmm.
Kota Shoho. I got more to say about his dad than I do Kota Shoho. But, Kota Shoho's good.
He's been grinding. He's been growing. I like it.
He's not any better than good, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's true.
I still feel like
Was
he's
a
potential to pop off, though. One of these guys that can just get double digits randomly and, like, beat an Ozeki or two, and it's like, where did that come from?
well, if you look at his early career, he was a bit of a hot prospect when he first made it up into the top division. People were really talking about him doing some good stuff, but I don't know, injury or skill ceiling just kind of prevented that up until now. He's making his way back up to where he was back then.
Yeah. We'll see how he goes. I think M5's a comfortable place for him.
Yeah.
Here's a rare one. M4 double career high. Oshoma and Chernoumi.
Fun.
Chernoumi did quite well last Basho, if I believe. Double digits?
So?
Or am I thinking of someone else?
Let's see here. Yeah, double digits twice in a row. He went 10-5 the last 2 tournaments. So from M12, which he was sat at M13 for 3 tournaments in a row, went to M12, popped off to 10-5. Now he's at M4.
Chernoumi very quietly had a jetpack strapped to him while everything else was going on. And the 5th most interesting story of that Basho.
Yeah, exactly. It's really interesting to me because Chernoumi came up with Shonanoumi and Gonoyama. Both of those guys blew up to like M4 and like the Joy relatively quickly. It's good to see that he's making it his way up there as well.
Nah, pretty exciting when this guy's doing well. Oh, Shomer, on the other hand, I'm blanking on. there's a lot of
Pretty
guys
new.
here, man.
Yeah,
Who's
I mean
Oshoma?
he's pretty new. He had his top division debut like 3 or 4 tournaments ago or something
Oh, this
like
guy,
that.
the Mongolian. Yeah.
Yeah.
He struggled
So-
a little bit last Basho or the Basho before, and then he came back and is looking pretty good at M4, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oshoma's interesting.
Really interesting. Yeah. I agree.
Not a lot to say about him because I just haven't paid a lot of attention to his matches. Kind of like a Kota Shoho situation. It's funny, I probably watch more sumo than just about everyone else because I do the live show and then later I do the Nato replay.
Yeah,
And I still can't remember an Oshomo match. So, does that say more about the guy or me? I don't know. Let's not find out
I
either.
mean,
Don't
he's
answer
just
that.
solid.
He's just inoffensively good.
Yeah.
Speaking of offense, though, M3,
Yeah.
Abi Atami Fuji. Back to back Sekewakes having the career high performance of Abi.
Hmm.
And then just kind of quietly falling off. I would say the result of a bad one more than anything else.
I agree. And I mean, I don't think anybody really expected Abi to stay at Sekiwake for anything longer than 2 or 3 tournaments. I mean, I certainly thought he'd be up and down in the one, but um, I mean, he did really well to stay at the rank as long as he did, and now he's back down into something that's a little bit more comfortable for him, I think, which I don't know.
Tamafuji, on the other hand, dropped down and fell off one rank. This kid is the king of 7887.
Yep,
Um,
he's found
he's
his
been
ceiling.
so close to Sanyaku for so long, and he just can't stick the landing.
Yep.
He's, I mean, like, we say that like it's an insult, but like living at M2 is a pretty, pretty good career.
Yeah, that is a I mean, it really does say something for Atami Fuji that he's been so consistently stuck at M3. Like he barely falls down to M4. He's been consistently M3 and M to M1 for like the last year. It's tough to see him struggle at M1 to get that just fail to get that 8th win. I'm really rooting for him to do it.
He's
Um
not finished growing yet, which is something
no.
interesting to say. And I don't mean in
Yeah,
skill. He's only just 22. He's he's got a career ahead of him, and
absolutely.
for this to be a ceiling at 22, we
Incredible,
forget
insane.
we forget that our perspective has been warped. Okay, we're coming off the golden era. We have dudes like Onosato and Takara Fuji doing once in a lifetime shit. All right,
After we thought that Atami Fuji was going to be one of those guys too. I mean, he showed up his granted his first tournament in top division was 11-4, but he reversed that 2 times to get 11-4 the next time he went up into top division. So I mean, this kid is definitely definitely not anything else than a joy wrestler.
of note, because he's been forgotten, Hakuoho going 11-4 on his top division debut at 19
Yeah,
also was like perspective warping of what good sumo is.
definitely. Definitely rip his shoulders though.
It'd be like that. Atama
It
Fuji,
do.
absolute Ozeki potential. Like in a
Yeah.
few
I
years.
mean, he's just gotta let that frontal cortex grow all the way.
In a few years' time. M2. I don't think this is one of the more confusing M2s I've seen in a while. Wakataka Kage. Oh, bless. Love it. 11 wins again. I believe he's going to beat Hosharyu and everyone. Uh, just my favorite. He's just my favorite. I cannot speak of this objectively. I think he's got John Yusho potential. I think
Mm.
I think he's gonna beat the shit out of people and it's gonna look amazing. He's gonna nullify some of the hardest Tachias you can see. It's gonna be great. And
I'm
what
really looking forward
and
to it
what
too.
can we say about Ura that hasn't already been said? Both of us dread having to commentate his matches. How's Ura gonna do at M2? I don't know. It's as predictable as an Ura at M16. He's better than so many of these guys and is able to lose to literally anyone.
Yeah, he's so better than all of these guys almost all the time.
He's the only guy I've consistently seen win with luck.
Yeah, no, consistent luck.
There's at least
Oh,
one match per Basho where it's entirely not his fault that he won. It's amazing. We love Ura. The the Sakura dream. We love Ura. Did you have to say anything about Wakataka Kage?
I mean, you said it all, man. I mean, I'm excited to see him back. I'm excited to see him fight every day as a Joy wrestler, as opposed to a guy who was doing well in the middle ranks and then brought up. I'm excited to see how he truly settles back down in this upper echelon.
You and me both, honey. At M1, shut up. It's a career high Oho.
This is exciting. I'm on the Oho hype train.
I
I
don't
like
hate
it.
Oho anymore. I think
Yeah,
I think he's proven himself. He's beaten just about every Ozeki. I don't know if there's been an Ono Sato match. He is. He has a Kimboshi against Teruno Fuji. That matters. it's he's good. I don't think he stinks
he's
anymore.
good. No, I mean, how long was it ago that he was just like a middle of the road kind of? When
Where's
was the last
Kimbozan?
time? Oh, he's down in Jirio, bro.
What?
Yeah, he died.
What happened to Kimbozan?
Yeah,
Oh
Kimbozan's
no!
dead, bro.
Yo,
Yeah, we
food
got
mysteries in
Asakoryu
Jiro.
instead.
Sorry, I just like I'm looking at this like thinking about what I'm gonna say next, and it's like he's not in the Sanyaku. Wait,
Oh no. Yeah, no, he's dead, bro. He fell out of the top division.
you know what? I think he'll be better for it. He'll come back
I do
strong.
too.
He could
I agree.
probably Yusho. Anyway, I don't care about Jirio. That's for
Uh,
Mainichi to worry about. We'll trade you an
exactly.
Asakaru for Kimbozan.
Uh, right. No, here it is. So Oho went at M11 at the start of this year in January. He went 10-5, which rocketed him up all the way from M11 to M3, which is when he got his Kimboshi against Teru. And since then, he's just been grinding. M4, M6, M2.
He's just been
Love to see it.
steadily improving.
Hmm.
I think the bit that really sold me on him from being Oho hater to Oho
Oho enjoyer.
appethizer? What's the word there? Apathetic.
Uh, Oho ambivalent.
Oho observer
Ah, there you
was
go.
when he beat Kim Bozan and then just mean mugged him for as far as everyone can tell,
Yeah.
no reason. Like even the Japanese newspapers were confused. It's just what was that? What was that?
And
That's
like you
the
look at
bit
that match
that
too,
tipped the
and it's like,
scales.
yeah, no, he looked mean. I dug it. But I mean, you look at that match too. Oho didn't even get like hit in the face or smacked in the face or anything. It was random and out of nowhere, Hoshoryu level aggression, which was cool.
Maybe. Oh yeah. Also, he's Hosharyu's nemesis somehow.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they've been rising up since Maizumo together. They
Yeah.
debuted in the same tournament. So I'm, and that's the thing. Absolute nemesis. He's got one of the best records over Hoshoryu, I think.
That would be Teruno Fuji with like I think it's like 10-0 at this point. But
Well, yeah.
ignoring the Yokozuna, who kind of skews records. Um, so going back to fair comparisons,
Yeah, I'm hype on Oho.
yeah,
I'm excited.
Hirodumi,
I'm also very excited. Uh,
we love him more
he
than most.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been on the Hirodumi hype train since the start of this year, a little bit before. Um, and he's just been absolutely popping off. 9-6, 8-7, 296 is 10-5. He had a bad basho last time with a 7-8 at Komusubi. That's not bad.
Washed, fraud.
Done.
No, I started paying attention to Hirodumi when he got to M2, and it's like,
Mm.
oh, I've seen some of his matches. Is this guy good? This guy's good. Pay attention. That's what you told me. It's like, oh, okay. And then he gets like 10 wins at M2 and goes to Komusubi. And it's like, oh, all right, hang on.
Yeah, yeah. And just the Tachiai, too. He is so brutal out the gate. He's one of the most brutal, one of the fastest.
Yeah, like, study that.
Mm,
Just study that.
mm,
Just watch it, replicate it. It's great. Very excited to see Hiradumi pop off if possible.
yes.
Coming off a bad one. Hopefully he's refined his training and
Hmm.
gotten back into it. Now, this Komusubi is the most neutral Komusubi I've ever seen. Let me explain. Komusubi Wakamoto Haru. Yes! Fantastic. That's where he belongs.
Yep.
Komusubi Shodai. What?
No, it's like
What?
fucking what's that clip from that clip from Daredevil. No, 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 wait, 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 wait. It's coming, bro. Shodai's second Ozeki run is here. I know it.
When he fell out of Ozeki and said, I'm gonna start doing better because the pressure of being an Ozeki isn't on me anymore, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh, that makes no sense. Now that I don't have to win, I can win. I suppose. And then he just went negative after saying that. It was just, oh, he's
For
completely
like a
toast.
year. For like a year, he went negative.
Now he's just Komusubi again. And then the Hakuho quote: no matter what I did, I couldn't beat Shodai. I don't get this guy. I guess an Ozeki run is in the books. Let's
I guess.
let's let's patiently watch.
Hey, I mean, at this point, I've been jokingly saying at the start of his matches, former Ozeki Shodai, just because that's what you do, right? But it might not be former for much longer.
I was getting sincerely angry with Sumo Mainichi when they kept saying, "You gotta say it." Karavan Ozeki Taka's like, I will. I cannot explain on the internet what I wish to do, but know that I'm thinking it. Nah, we love Sumo
I'm
Mainichi. We do. Sekewake, Kirishima, and sorry, just to go on Wakamoto Haru, I think he does well here. I think he belongs here. I think he is extremely motivated by his M2 brother and knows that he has to perform.
Yes. Yeah, he wants to get back up. I want them both to be back at Sekiwake.
That would be lovely.
Uh, that would be the hypest shit. I've been waiting for the both of them to be at Sekiwake beside each other since Wakamoto Haru made it up into the top division, and then Wakataka Kage immediately died.
I want to look at the banzuke and say Sekewake, oh, Wakatake Kage Sekewake Wakamoto Haru. I
Mm,
want to see that.
mm,
At
yeah.
Sekiwake, it's Kirishima. Lovely.
Yep.
Beautiful. I think he has to get
He's looking
13
good.
wins to make Ozeki.
Yeah, something.
Yep. He has to put in a big effort, but he's definitely capable of it. Definitely belongs here. Definitely back in form. Uh, starting to look like Kiribayama again.
Definitely.
Daisho, the Yokozuna of Sekiwake. He belongs here. He'll get a 9-6 here. He'll crush some dreams on the way up. It's just he belongs here, man. Daisho belongs here. He went for my coveted achievement of a year positive at Sekiwake, which if you can't get Ozeki, that's the next best thing. Because you don't get Karobans at Sekiwake. Look at Abi.
Yeah.
You have one bad one, you're out.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's got. I'm just looking at the amount of basho that he's got. So 77 basho in total, 52 of which in the top division. 20 of those are as either Komusubi or Sekiwake. Both of them at 10 basho as Sekiwake and Komusubi. This guy is like, he's a powerhouse, man.
He's a demon.
Yeah.
He is motivated too. So I'm happy to see it. Our fresh Ozeki Onosato. People say the fresh Ozeki curse is real. They ignore what happened to Kodazakura.
Mm. Yeah.
He's off a 13-2, which is off a
His
9-6, which means he's improved. 13-2 is his best performance yet.
and 9-6 is his worst performance yet.
Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that something? Oh no, my worst
I
performance. Akachi Koshi.
what a great what that's so fucking crazy. The tournament that Onosato gets a losing record is one that I'll be sad in.
there's
Uh
there's just one thing that has to be said about Onosato though.
and that is
Again, it was the Undertaker bell you couldn't hear.
ah
It's such an asterisk.
it is.
Who's
It
the
is.
only guy that popped off harder than Onosato?
Now
Undertaker.
now here's the thing though. So Onosato has this tournament where he's unless Takeru Fuji absolutely pops off like he did last time and threatens the Yusho, it's unlikely that he's going to be battling Onosato this tournament.
Interesting.
Which means Onosato has this tournament to lay himself up for the Yokozuna promotion, giving him probably one more how do I want to say this? So, if he does well this tournament, he's got a little bit of grace period before Takeru Fuji comes in as a potential spoiler for the next, I don't know how long.
In my mind, it is gonna be Takara Fuji and Ono Sato just traded Yushos, and no one gets to be and no one gets to be Yokozuna. I had Yoko Sato in my head, and I couldn't shake that. That's why I stumbled then.
I mean, that was the fear that I had with Korozakura, Hoshoryu, Kirishima, and Takakeisho was that those four would just trade the
Mm.
Yushos back and forth so that nobody would make Ozeki or Yokozuna.
And
And I
Hosharu has
definitely
Yushot since then.
true.
Hosharu always a threat. Feeling pretty motivated after an 8-7. He's definitely been training hard to try and rectify that. He's definitely been studying the footage. I
Mm.
believe he's not Cardabone either. I believe he is gonna have a really strong 10 digits here. 10? What the hell? 10 wins minimum. um,
I got you.
I would like to see that though. I would like to
Me
see
too.
him fight in every division every day. That'd be fun.
That would be cool.
Yeah, Hosharu, love him to bits.
Yep.
Still an Ozeki, still fantastic. Still very similar competition that he does well against. A thorn in the side of Onosato as well, which is definitely a
Yeah.
factor. Although he did lose the recent match, should be able to win it again.
Oh, I think so.
Kotozakura, on the other hand, uh, hype train's kind of worn off on him. There's a lot of other stuff going around, and it's becoming more and more apparent that he hasn't Yushoed.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the thing though. Could we be seeing another Takakeisho? Not Takayasu in Kotozakura? Like, is that an impossibility where we just have an Ozeki that's around forever and is really good but never wins a tournament?
I don't want to say yes, but I don't know. Kotozakura still looks like one of the most impossible to beat guys when he's going well. He
That's the thing.
definitely has the potential. It just hasn't shown up yet.
Yeah.
How old is he?
I mean, he's not
97.
he's not
He's
old.
28,
Yeah.
26 maybe.
26. 26. Yeah,
Um,
he's 20. He'll be turning 27 on the 19th.
I think I think he's at his peak, but I don't think he's on a decline. I think he is at his best. He recently beat Teruno Fuji. That was an absolute hurdle for him.
Yep.
He has been looking stronger. He just had a bad one. But
Well, I mean,
like I said to Kimboshi, he hasn't had two bad ones in a row.
no, in the entire year, this whole year where he was Sekiwaki Ozeki, he had one record that wasn't double digit. He's a strong wrestler.
one of the strongest. So the Ozeki situation, I feel like is going to not shift up, but like the perspective on it is going to shift up because Hosharyu and Kodazakura are primed to absolutely pop off and rectify things. The Jonyu shows are definitely coming from an Ozeki. Onosato, to me, the only thing stopping him from Yusho is Takara Fuji. It's
Yep,
one of those four win the whole thing to me.
I agree.
And the weakest link being Kodazakura, but not by a lot.
No.
Anything else on those?
No, yeah, I'm in agreement. I think that Onosato is my favorite to win this tournament. And if it's not him, you're right. It's gonna either be Kodazakura, Hoshoryu, or Takara Fuji coming back from the bottom of the division again.
If he could have just been put at M17, that'd have been so funny.
It would have been great. It would have been amazing.
The back-to-back M17 Yusho, absolute mystifying. Terunofuji, if he sees day 15, he wins. He's not here though. That's it. You know who he is. We don't have to say anything.
He's not. I doubt he's gonna even be at the next tournament.
All right, that's banzuke. We got 3 minutes to fill because these normally go for an hour. So I think it comes down to Onosato with Takara Fuji. I think Hosharyu is the dark horse.
Right.
Atami Fuji will go negative,
Hmm.
but not by a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably what 6 or a 7
Yeah,
win
Ryuden
record.
pops off with 11 wins, I think. JJ, any
Yep.
predictions?
Uh, well, I mean, just going off of my fantasy picks, I think I've got a solid. All these guys have a solid chance of getting their winning record at the very least. Hirodumi is in a good position. I mean, we know he's strong at the Komusubi rank. So M1, I'm not too terrified of him for. Um, yeah, no, we're in for a really, really fun tournament. I'm excited. I am very excited to see the debutantes. I think that's quickly becoming like one of my favorite
I'm not.
parts.
Just fucking can't fucking stand Shishi. You guys ready for 15 days of slander?
Let me repeat. I'm very excited to see Onokatsu and Asakoryu
Yes, me
because
too.
those two guys, I really, really dig those guys. Asakoryu, I've been following for like 3 years now.
Good lord.
So, yeah, yeah.
Any
Back when he
fun
was
names from 6th
Ishizaki.
Division we can take a look at?
Oh yeah. Is there any newbies that are making
Oh
their
no,
way in? Any?
debutantes in 6th Division.
Hmm.
Huh. Oh, unless, who's this guy? Unless this is a debutant. No, he's just career high of JK14. Okay. Um,
Oh,
alright, so Wakasakake Yamamoto, a 15-year-old who has gone 0
hey.
7 3 times in a row. Keep
Uh,
your eyes on this kid. Just
mm,
debuted at JK17, stayed there, and has a career high because there just weren't enough people.
oh, poor kid.
All right, so that's eyes on Wakasakake, this boss show apparently, and with that, we're gonna bring it
Is he
home.
is he S from Wakataka Kage's stable?
Sakokura stable. I forget his name too. He is from
Rashio, I think is.
Nishiiwa.
Ah, so no.
Yes. All right, that's gonna be us. On the 9th, I think it is.
I think so.
All right.